My name is Julie Bero-Emerson, and I'm from Rochester, New York. This is the fourth painting in a series called the Wallpaper series, The Narrative of Resilience. There's three components that happen with this series. The first one has to do with my upbringing, and I grew up in the Adirondacks, near the Adirondacks, so it's a lot to do with the land up there. Also, growing up in the 60s and 70s as a Roman Catholic, loving the pageantry of it, but hating the hypocrisy of it. And this piece in particular deals a lot with the women in my family. That would be my mother, my aunts, my grandmother. So they would tell me stories. Sometimes they were happy, a lot of times they were very, very sad, talking about what their mothers had gone through. And there were stories told, but there were a lot of untold stories too, which you could sense sometimes when you looked like in my grandmother's eyes or my mother's eyes. And so I started to feel, what are those stories? They're kind of hidden, and what happens with them? They get passed down generationally. And so the more I kind of thought about that, these forms started coming to me. And I was drawing them, and I usually, when I work on a painting, it's on a board, and I go right to it. With an intention, but I don't do a lot of sketching beforehand because I like them crisp and clean. And I also like them to not be complete. I like the positive and negative space that happens with it. So I'm working through this, and I'm thinking of stories, and I'm thinking of how things get passed down generationally, how trauma stays in the body, and how it's just on a cellular level, things get passed down. And so when I started thinking about that, and I started doing this piece, it all kind of came together with the stories told and the stories untold. And where do they lie? And they lie in the cells, and they lie. So that's where what lies beneath the surface comes from.